Why men shut down and women overextend in relationships. So, if you have ever felt like you were doing everything in your relationship just to keep it from falling apart, while he pulled further and further away, then this video is for you. Hello, love. My name is Melissa. I have helped hundreds of clients all over the world with their relationships and help them to heal their heart and step into a love that God has truly designed for them. So today we're going to talk about the dynamic that I see all of the time. It's one of the biggest pain points for my lady clients out there, okay? It's why men shut down and women start to overextend. And it is a cycle. Sometimes the first thing you need to hear is that what you're feeling is very real. Sometimes when we start to bring this attentiveness into our relationship, it's like, what are you talking about? No, this is a thing that happens, okay? So let's just start by naming the pattern. Man begins to emotionally retreat. He stops initiating. Sometimes he stops engaging with depth that we just so love. Ladies love that depth and presence from men. Guys, take note. And he even might stop showing affection, or at least the level of affection that he used to. And so the woman in the relationship, you, my love, instead of backing away, we tend to want to do the opposite. We tend to lean in. Okay, we tend to want to lean in. So we start asking more questions, start like fixing, managing, controlling, adjusting ourselves. And what it really does is it actually makes us smaller. It's not because you're weak, it's because somewhere deep within your nervous system, you're tying his shutdown to your value. Okay, so you start to think, if I just say it the right way, if I just love him harder, if I just don't bring up the thing that bothers me, maybe he will come back, but he doesn't. And through behaving in all those ways of making yourself smaller, you start to lose yourself within the relationship because you start to overcompromise. It's like you're walking on eggshells a little bit. Or maybe you have a reaction which further pushes him away. If you're my fighters, okay? You know what that looks like. I know you know what that looks like. So why this hurts so much is obviously this hurts so much. It's the dynamic is heartbreaking because both people are disconnected from the truth. He's disconnected from his ability to be honest and emotionally available. And she's disconnected from her intuition and her sacred self-worth. And it becomes a relationship of survival strategies and not love, and not the love and connection we truly want. And the pain of that, the pain of knowing you're loving from a place of fear, a fear of abandonment, a fear of being too much, a fear of being forgotten, makes you start tiptoeing, you shrink, okay? And you say, I'm fine, when really it's not. Listen, girls, I know you have friends, mothers, people, sisters. No, I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's we know there's an underlying resentment underneath there. We know it. No one's fooling anyone, okay? So deep down, your body knows you're betraying yourself just to keep the connection. You're disconnecting with yourself to maintain this love connection. So why do the men shut down to begin with? Men don't shut down out of nowhere. It's often tied to a deep sense of emotional unsafety. Now, whether this is real or perceived actually doesn't really matter because the byproduct and the result of their reaction is the same, which that is very real in itself. And so sometimes this happens when they don't feel respected. Sometimes this happens when they feel like they can't win with you, when anything they tried is not good enough. That's like they can't have a win, right? And sometimes it comes down to maybe even they're carrying shame or unprocessed emotion that they've never cultivated the tools to be able to deal with, which is very sad. Okay, they need some support, and I'm not saying that you're the one that has to teach them that, but there are places they can go to learn these tools. So instead of dealing with it because they don't know how, instead of dealing with it, they collapse inward. They retract a little bit. Okay. They step away, they become distant. But what they often don't realize is that their shutdown triggers the woman into overgiving because her abandonment wound gets activated. So now we're dealing with two trauma responses holding hands. But that is a lot of craziness going on in that dynamic. It's a lot of tension. It's a lot of stickiness. So why do women actually overextend? It's a really good question. So a lot of women were raised to believe that their worth is in how well they held everything together. So they're the emotional caretaker, the peacemaker, the one who keeps it calm, pretty, functional, even when she's falling apart inside. So we see this a lot with mothers when their children are having meltdowns. Like they have to keep their cool and be the emotionally regulated person to like restore the dynamic. So in a sense, when she overgives, she's mothering in the relationship, which we don't want to be the mom to our man, ladies. That's not a cute thing. It's not a cute place to be in the relationship. Okay. So when a man shuts down, her response isn't let me step let me back away. It's let me work harder. And I have to tell you, and this is kind of just a rule in life in general, when you're leaning in too much all the time in business and relationships and anything else, like constantly leaning in will cause you to burn out. You will burn out. And the opposite is constantly leaning back. You will disconnect. You will stop to care about the outcome of the result. You're not invested enough in the situation for you to care about the outcome of the result because it has no weight on you because you're not doing anything in it. When you're constantly leaning in, you burn out. When you lean back, you disconnect, you uninvest. You're like, it's like pulling your money out of the stock market, right? So there's a balance to be done here. So when a man shuts down, like I was saying before, when a man shuts down, her response isn't let me step back. It's let me work harder. Okay. My little anxious hearts. So what happens is, you might start to micromanage yourself. You might start thinking if you were more fun, more spiritual, more low maintenance, like then he would stay. But the truth is, are you ready? The truth is you were never created to chase connection. You as a woman, we're created to receive it. And if you're constantly trying to earn love, it's not love. It's a test that you never agreed to take. So inside Sacred Heart, we go deeper into these dynamics, not just with like surface level dating advice, but we actually give you full on nervous system regulation tools. We help you to restore your identity from a prophetic lens and beyond, and give you practical, actionable tools and steps to be able to improve the fabric of your relationship and enhance your experience in this lifetime. So, how to stop overextending, how to start honoring your heart again, how to help you to spot these patterns before they spiral and remind you that your softness is not a liability. It's actually a strength when it's anchored in Christ. So if this hit home for you, know this. You're not broken. You're just tired of betraying yourself for connection. If you're finally ready to stop shrinking and start living as the woman of God that God designed you to be, check out the link in the description. And if you're not ready yet, that's okay. Subscribe, stay connected. Let's continue to heal together. You deserve a love that does not require exhaustion to exist. And I'll see you in the next video.